sir.
OSOS, yes, I'm on some other shit. Yes, OSOS, yes, I'm on some other shit. Yes, I'm on some other shit.
We on some other shit. Comprende? Yeah.
What up, what up, what up? It's on some other shit. It's your boy, Joe Prophet. Got the lovely Monet Banks.
Yeah.
You know we giving you opinions back with facts. Straight like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, let's get to it. Let's go.
Hey.
You know, what we got today, Monet? Tell me
Hey,
what we got
y'all. This is episode 48. Make sure you don't be late because we coming to you with the shit straight. You know what I'm saying? We got sounds from the other side. Our guy Matthew is joining us on the set today.
Yes, sir.
He is all the way from Nigeria, y'all. He is doing big, big things, and I mean real big. We not talking
sir.
no small thing, you know?
No be small team. Man. No be small
You know what I'm saying?
team.
Go talk to the people, Matthew. Let them know what's going on. How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm good.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Give him a round of applause one time. Welcome to the
MAT
show.
in the building, you know. Big thing. Big thing.
Yes. So I mean, you just touched down in Houston. How long have you been in Houston? This trip?
Like 3 days, 4 days.
And
Fresh in the city.
right? He just comes to scope things out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Check in with the people.
Exactly.
You know, and keep his shit going. So what are you actually working on right now?
So working on a couple. So like back in 2015, 2016, we used to do a couple of concerts out here around OTC in the summer, and this year we're gonna start again. Basically, so
You back on the road.
I'm back in Houston. I'm ready for Houston this time around. You know.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, man, you kind of like, you know, for y'all don't know, man, it's kind of legendary in the game in Afrobeats, man. You know, a lot of these top guys that we listen to today, you know, your Wizkid, your Burna Boys, your Wande Coles, you know, a lot of these, you know, you started with a lot of these guys, you know, like, can you kind of take us back to, you know, that time, you know, when it first started and, you know, how that was, you know.
Like, how long you been in the game?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So,
How long you been in the game? How was that grind? You know what I mean? Like, talk to us about it.
Okay, so pretty much I started in 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. Started in 2007, and the first person who kind of gave me my big break was Two-Face.
Shout out Two-Face.
Yeah,
Two Baba.
Two Baba is like the
Man.
king, you know, really he's the real king, you know, back home. And I didn't know that guy from anywhere, and I walked up to him and I told him, you know, I want to take you on a tour around Nigeria. You know, nobody was touring, nobody was doing anything at that time.
Damn.
And he didn't know me, and he signed a contract with me right there and then. And we did a big deal back then. We were on the telcos, and we did a big tour around Nigeria, and that kind of broke me into the industry.
Yeah.
And after that, I just, like, on that tour, I realized that a lot of young people, I mean, like, it wasn't like now, you know, like, the music wasn't accepted. The music wasn't even accepted by Nigerians, you know.
Man.
Nigerians were still, like, into the hip-hop, into, like, foreign music and all of that. So I just realized that we needed a platform for people to just showcase themselves, you know, after going on that national tour, going around the country.
Yeah.
So I realized that, you know, a lot of young people out there believed in their own urban identity, and we're looking for an outlet to just express themselves.
So back up a little bit, because you're saying at that time in Nigeria, Afrobeats, or this particular style of music that we've all grown to love, was not.
It wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool.
No,
it wasn't the popular
It
thing.
wasn't popping.
It wasn't
Wow,
popular,
I find that
Afrobeat wasn't
so
like
hard
that.
to believe. That's so
like,
crazy.
It was kind of like hood music, you know.
Wow.
Like from they call it the trenches.
Yeah. Shout out to the trenches, man.
So it was kind of like trenches music, you know. So that's
Wow.
back then, like, even like elite Nigerians would like used to like snub it, and like it wasn't getting played in the clubs. It wasn't getting played. You know, artists were not even respected, and you know, like back then, I mean, they used to like not even let artists get into the clubs, you know.
So a real pioneer. Y'all really got it out the mud.
Yeah.
So
wow.
what do you think was the the breakthrough for Afrobeats, or the moment where you were like, damn, I mean, wow, it's this person's listening to Afrobeats, or this genre of people is listening to Afrobeats, or this, you know what I mean? What
Or
was,
like you
what was the
started
time
hearing
you-
it in the club more,
Yeah,
you know, like
you know
what?
what I mean? Where it
You
started.
mean like in Nigeria? Or
Yeah,
like
in Nigeria.
in
in
Nigeria.
Like what?
Nigeria?
When did that wave start taking over in Nigeria?
Man, I think like if I'm gonna put a time around it, I'll say like 2010 to 2012.
Mm.
You know, that's when like the bands them were hot. Two-Face and Wizkid.
Nah, the bands was super hot 2012. I remember that shit. He was hot.
W,
Shout out Banky Wellington.
Wizkid just started coming out, and even Davido too started back in like 2012 or so. So I think 2010, 2012 was was when this whole thing exploded like in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, so like there were there was a lot of corporate sponsorship involved as well. That's when like, a lot of the brands, a lot of the like consumer brands started putting money in it, like endorsing stuff. And even our deal with Two-Face at the time was like the first time a brand was putting that much money on a single artist.
Wow.
taking him around the country. I mean that tour cost MTN about $1 million back.
Shout out MTN.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know that. That's a bank in Nigeria. They big ballers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's up.
So, so it was 2010, 2012, and that to be honest, there was a law that was enacted. That law really helped. So there was a law by I think it was Obasanjo at the time, like an old president, and that law required like radio stations and TV stations to play 70% Nigerian music.
Man.
Yeah, that was a
Damn.
lot of people don't talk about that. Or a lot of people don't give the man his props for that, but like for real, that like kind of like made the radio stations and the TV stations had to play the music.
So before what? They were just playing a lot of American,
They were playing a lot of American
Biggie Smalls, Tupac.
So when
Boys to Men.
that law kicked in, and
Wow.
everybody was like, all the TV stations, all the radio stations were forced to like, you had to play like 70%, I think it's 70% local content. Yeah, or
That's
60%,
dope.
70 or 60, I can't remember.
Shout out to Obasanjo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
I mean,
A pioneer.
it
Like
would
low
make
key, we didn't even know that.
that was definitely
Yeah. I don't think a lot of
information
people knew that. but
I
that's-
definitely didn't know, but it makes sense because it's like, okay, this is our culture, so we embracing it or bringing it to the forefront more to where people are like, you know what, okay, like this is good, I vibe with this, like I like this. I can't see. I guess I'm not understanding the reason why it was seen as in a negative way.
Maybe because
Essentially.
of the
It was
youngsters.
kind of like hood guys.
Yeah, the young
Guys from Ajegunle were the ones running the scene. Guys from Festac, all these like hood places. Like they were the ones like really dropping music at that time, and the music was popular, but they were just not making that much money. I mean, there were people like releasing music, but it wasn't like mainstream Nigerian music at the time. So like that was, I'll say like 2010, 2012. Those 2 years, like, was when the whole thing started popping,
So now Afrobeats is popping. You are looked at as like a pioneer in this Afrobeats movement and genre. So then, you start seeing a lot of these developing artists, new artists, young artists. And then, so how do you come about, doing this this event that you call Industry Nite? How did that come about?
Yeah, so like I said, like, we after doing that tour, because anytime I talk about my story, I always have to talk about that tour, because that tour really took me around the country and made me realize that, there were a lot of young cats there and that just wanted, like, they just needed a stage.
Yeah.
Just wanted someone to perform. It wasn't about the money. Just wanted someone, like, an outlet, They had nothing like that, So I kind of saw that gap and decided to create something that was inexpensive and something that will, like, happen frequently and will give these guys that platform. So,
Yeah. And so for for our people that don't know, like Industry Night is this, um, it's an event. Or should I kinda
Showcase.
it's a
showcase?
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean,
an artist showcase,
of
yeah.
the young hot talent
Yeah.
in Lagos. I've been to Industry Night. I mean, I've seen Burna Boy perform at Industry Night. It was amazing. And
Yeah, the very first time we went to Nigeria, well, I went to Nigeria, we got to go to Industry Night, and
Oh,
Burna
nice.
Boy was there.
yeah,
And
it was
it
amazing.
was 2016,
16, 17 or
15.
something.
No, it
Yeah.
was like 2016, maybe even 15.
Probably
15.
15.
Yeah, it
15.
was like,
15.
yeah, and
Burna,
it was,
when was it?
he performed like 3 or 4 songs, and Soke, I remember that. I remember that one because he performed that one. But man, it was crazy.
Definitely.
And so, like, the whole thing about Industry Night just to showcase the talent in Nigeria, just to, I mean, because I know, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but the artists, they didn't get paid for Industry Night. They would perform for free.
Yeah, at that time, like back then, artists would just like come and just like show love, perform for free, and just like, because then everybody was just trying to promote the genre, Yeah, so that was it. That time, everybody was just coming and just trying to promote themselves, promote the movement.
Yeah, that's super dope because you don't even really, usually don't see that. Like, the artists didn't get paid, but they're performing their ass off. Like, they're giving you everything they got on that stage. Like, Burna, like that performance was crazy. It was unforgettable to me because I still remember it years later. You know what I mean? And it was an Industry Night performance. You know what I mean?
Burna's first, I'll show you the flyer later. But Burna's first like headline show outside, his first headline show ever was an Industry Night.
Man,
In Lagos, like the first time he moved to Lagos, the first show he ever did was an Industry Night. Yeah,
that is.
I wonder if that's the one we saw.
I don't think that.
I was
think
about
he
to say,
already-
'cause it was crazy.
Yeah, he was kind of popping already.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was already
okay.
popping when you guys came.
Yeah.
I'm talking like maybe.
I ain't see Burna with the flat top. I ain't see you with the flat top, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now when I met you, 2015, when you came to Houston, and you brought Wizkid to Houston.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought up the Industry Night, because that was an Industry Night
Yeah,
that
that was an
when you came
industry night,
with
yeah.
Wizkid, and it was like, were you trying to bring that same flavor and all of that you started in Nigeria to Houston, or we just trying something? Like, we just see if the Industry Night works, or we actually trying to make it a thing, because the idea is too dope.
So at the time, we did a lot of touring, So we did touring like within Nigeria and outside, like Dubai, England, Houston. So Houston was like one of our stops,
Yeah.
So we used to come around like the OTC period and do
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't just Houston. We used to do Houston. We used to do Dubai. We used to do like England. We used to do Ghana, South Africa. So we used to do a lot of touring back then,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we kind of slowed down touring because, these Buhari times.
Not worry.
Another president. Just in case y'all was wondering, another president, man.
So, like, okay, so how does the industry differ from Nigeria and the U.S., like, as far as how you actually handle business with the artists?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, wow, that's a good question. In the U.S., I mean, it's like everything is all structured and everything is all like, organized, and everything is all like, very structured.
Versus.
But, very serious. But back home there's a lot of solidarity. There's a lot of brotherhood. There's a lot of La Familia kind of thing. I could just walk down the street and visit Davido or visit Wizkid and have a conversation, and then but over here, like there are a lot of like layers and managers and barriers and that.
So you go more direct.
Yeah. So that's it's more of that over there. Although like these days, because these guys are signing a lot of international contracts. And there's a lot of like foreign like interest, like all the big labels are back home now. So you have Universal, Sony, all these guys are like parked in Nigeria right now. Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
they're all trying to get a piece of the market. It's like
Yeah.
crazy right now back home. Like all the big labels, you know, like Sony, Warner, like all them big labels. They're all like they all have like presence in
Headquartered,
Lagos
yeah.
right
Wow.
now, and they're
Wow.
all signing up artists, and they're actually. It's a good thing, but there's also like they're bringing all that bureaucracy into the whole thing as well. You know, so they're bringing investment, but they're also making it very like
They're wanting to control it
yeah,
more.
yeah. You know.
And that you know that just comes with big business. And
That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
comes
like
with-
Afrobeat,
it comes
like
with,
the,
yeah.
like I was on my way here, I saw something by Spotify saying that Afrobeat is the second most streamed genre on Spotify. You know, that came out like that statistic came out like 2 days ago,
yeah.
and that's actually quite
I
crazy.
believe it.
I mean, because you can't go nowhere. We're in Houston, so it's kind of, but there's so many places in this world now that you're gonna hear Afrobeat song with a football game, a basketball game, and coming out of the movie theater, in the movie. You know what I mean? You just it's literally taking over the world, especially from what I've seen in 2015. And just to know that 3 years prior, you know, before that is when it actually kind of kicked off, it kind of makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to see these guys grow these, you know, and even under the Wizkids, you know, like the Peruzis and the Davids and the
Rema
and the Remas and the, you know,
Fireboy,
and the Fire, exactly, Joe Boy.
Joe
These
Boy.
guys, you know what I mean? Seeing these guys,
Ira Star,
yeah, coming from, you know, nothing and to seeing them where they are right now, it's humbling to see. And it's even more humbling to have somebody like you here that kind of pioneered that whole movement, you know, here with us. You know what I mean? And we appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
For
It's
real,
my
I
pleasure,
mean,
my
some of the
pleasure,
most
my
talented
pleasure.
people that I've seen have been in Nigeria. Like,
Yeah.
it's really incredible. It's definitely something to see. You know, have y'all seen what recently happened with Flo Rida? Him
Yeah,
getting,
we were talking about that actually.
so I kind of wanted to ask.
No, not Flo Rida. We were talking about something else. But go ahead.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
So recently, Flo Rida was awarded $82 million.
In the settlement.
Yes, in the
Yeah.
settlement because he wasn't receiving the proper royalties and like contractually, like they were trying to like screw him over.
Yeah.
So do those like big, not scams, but like
Yeah.
big type of things happen in Nigeria, or like where it's like, man, you didn't really get what the deal kind of fell through, or something happened, you know, where it was like kind of janky or anything like that? Has anything happened where you've had an experience like that?
Yeah, well, to be honest, the thing is that okay, so the good thing about here is that you kind of like the justice system works. You know, you can go to court, have your day in
Yeah.
court.
You can have your day in court.
And I,
You know, like, you know, but over there, like, the justice system is not that, like, you know, it's not that great and not that effective. So you might end up in court for like years fighting, like someone like Flo Rida fighting that kind of big company back home. You might end up in like years, you know, just like trying to, you know, get your share, and that will frustrate you. But the thing is like that there's a culture, you know, so there's a culture like people don't really, because it's a small industry, like your reputation is really important. So people
Right.
don't want to fuck up, because like once if I mess up with you, you're gonna hear about it, and you're not gonna want to do business with me. And so it's really a reputation driven industry, and it's a small network of people. So you don't. So that's really what kind of keeps everybody on their toes. You know, so like you don't want to. You really can't avoid. You can't really get away with like, you know,
Just doing
just
people
doing-
dirty. Yeah.
You
want
can't,
to.
yeah, because
Okay.
it's
Just
all,
move
it's like
it anyhow.
It's like one big family, you know, and like people will see you on the street and fuck you up, you know. So like you can't really like.
we
No,
don't play
for
that.
real.
Yeah.
No,
you
like,
can't,
for real.
yeah.
Oh, correct.
So everybody kind of respects themselves and just kind of, you know. So that's that, and it's like one family. So everybody knows each other, you know. So, and you can't really survive with that kind of reputation. Be you a big brand, or be you like a record label. You know, we have a lot of like record label artist problems. You know, but usually, man, those issues are always like resolved. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
I mean, it really makes a lot of sense. Maybe America, maybe we have it back.
America is big. America is big. Like but Nigeria is a small place. I mean, it's not a small place, but I mean, like the industry is small.
Yeah.
Everybody knows each other, and everybody be like, yeah, that Joe guy.
Yeah, he's no good.
He's no good. So you don't really want you don't want to have that reputation,
Not for real. So listen, Matt, like when I'm trying to think how I want to structure this question. Like, I want to ask it correct because, like, being in promotion, right, and especially in the Afro beats, have you ever had to deal with? And if you did have to deal with it, I want you to tell me how you kind of deal with it. Like, you're trying to put together a big event, or whatever, and you might have you could call them a competitor or another promoter or whatever, and they're eavesdropping. They hear that you put this nice event together, and they try to block you or do something like that. Have you had that type of situation happen to you? And if so, how did you? I don't want to say get around it, overcome that. How did you overcome that hurdle, so to speak? You know what I mean? What did you do to overcome that?
So when you say block me from doing the show,
or undercut you, or try to steal your venue, or throw some shade,
or try to throw something on the same day. Maybe try to like do some dry shit, like
steal your artist.
Like you got a concert going, they try to do some free party or something, something like that.
I mean, not really, to be honest. Like in Lagos, you really don't want to fuck with me like that.
Yeah.
So like, but I'm trying to like. Not really. I don't really, because like that's like like we said, everybody kind of respects each other.
Right.
Everybody kind of they give everybody that.
So if they know you're doing your thing, okay, we'll organize around that.
Yeah, there's a lot of mutual respect.
Yeah.
Even if we don't like each other, we say okay, Joe has a show today. Let's we'll fix our dates on another day. Because like I said, it's a small industry, and I might need you down the line. You might need me. So you don't really want to.
Exactly.
And it's a growing industry, So maybe in 10 years from now, we'll get to that. But right now, like
it's not like that.
It's not really like that because everybody kind of like needs each other.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie like that.
I know the support systems are there. So I mean, technically, when you really don't have to worry because like nobody's really gonna cross that line to the point where it causes a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, like during except during Christmas, like Christmas in like how you have summer over here. Like Christmas is like our festival period, it's like our concert period. So during Christmas, it's like it's
a madness.
It's madness.
Something going on every day.
It's open season.
Yeah.
So like everybody can do shows any day. Like every day there are like 3-4 concerts, especially in Lagos. So during Christmas is open season.
And I'm wondering how the fuck is they? Well, maybe because of sponsorship, but I'm like, how all these concerts going on, all these different people going to concerts, how these guys making money?
I mean, that's the thing. You see, one of the things that we have going on, apart from the talent, apart from the music, and apart from apart from the talent and apart from the music, is that Nigeria is the biggest black country in the world. We have the population. You can't take away from that's one of our major advantages. 200 million black people in one place.
Come on.
So it's like a big market. That's why we can have on a single day, we can have 3 shows and 3 shows are all sold out.
And they're packed out.
They're packed out. So, and everybody's in Lagos. Lagos is like the capital of Afrobeats, capital of the commercial capital of Nigeria. And so that's where it's happening. You have to be popping in Lagos. Once you're popping in Lagos, you're pretty much popping all over the world. Yeah. So it's the population advantage. That really helps us. That helps in promoting the music. That helps in everything. We have a big market, and we have the biggest probably have the biggest diaspora market when it comes to black people.
So many different
last time I checked,
cultures.
Like 21 million people in Lagos, and that's just one damn city.
That's just one city, and that's probably under it's probably more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why like Wizkid can go to New York, MSG, and set it out, because like we're all over the place.
Definitely. No, definitely. We definitely are.
Yeah.
Like Mexicans.
Yeah.
Really.
What's your favorite? Favorite country to visit in Africa besides being in Nigeria?
Wow, that's a tough one. What's my favorite country in Africa to go to? Damn, I'll say Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay.
Cape Town. I ain't never been to Cape Town. I've been to Joburg.
Cape Town is beautiful. Yeah, Joburg is nice.
It's
Joburg is alright, but Cape
Yeah.
Town is very beautiful. Like when you go to Cape Town, you understand why those like
The white people
white
settled
people
over there.
settled there. Yeah, that's why you understand why they didn't want to
Colonized.
leave, man. Like it's one of the most beautiful places, man, I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, Cape Town is beautiful. You should take your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever there. Sponsors for
A little
months.
vacay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a beautiful place. One of the most beautiful places I've seen, and I've been around. Yeah, to be honest.
Africa's on point.
I mean, I like that about Africa. So, I mean, what about the U.S.? What's your favorite place to visit in the U.S.? Yeah. What's your favorite place in the U.S.? Man? Come Yankee, I must go this place.
I must go.
Which place is that?
I
What's
mean,
that?
like it depends. It depends, Sometimes when we want to ball, we go to Miami.
Yeah.
Do the whole Miami thing. Sometimes we like Atlanta. We like Houston. Houston is home. Houston is like kind of like home away from. Like Houston is kind of like the whole Nigerian hub, like the main
Yeah.
Nigerian hub in America. Although you have like Maryland as well, but
D.C.
Houston is a bigger economy, is a bigger Texas is a bigger market. So definitely Houston. Houston is more like we're more relaxed. We're at home. Like kind of home away from home. So like for every Nigerian that comes to Houston, naturally you feel at home.
Right.
Demarcated.
A lot of people have said that they prefer just being
And
here
the weather,
'cause of vibe.
I mean, like
Yeah.
I just came up from England, man. You don't want to be in.
No, it's freezing over there in London right now.
It's freezing.
I don't like it.
You don't want to be.
Oh my God, London is so.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And we here, so.
Yes. So, do you have any random questions?
You know what? I was just thinking about something. I was like, yeah, I got it.
I was about to say as random as you can go.
I got a random question. All right, so Matt, for you? Is it better doing business with Igbos or Yoruba? Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. Which one, man?
Wow.
Who does better business? Is it the Igbos or is it the Yorubas?
Okay. That's tough, but it's not tough, But I mean, like, I don't know if, like, I don't want my Yoruba guys.
Yeah.
All I'll say is that, if an Igbo man tells you, Matthew, come and collect $10,000 tomorrow, go to sleep.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that $10,000.
Okay. No doubt. Sleep like a baby.
Be sure you're gonna get that money.
Sure.
So if a Yoruba man tells you, it's a 50-50 thing.
Ah, shit.
So, but shout out to my Yoruba guys.
And we just gonna leave it at that.
That's
We
what
just gonna
we're
leave it at
that.
You may or may
Yoruba
not.
guy might wake up the next morning and like, nah.
It's not hit my account.
Yeah. Story.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But,
Fair enough.
From my experience, like when Igbo guys are gonna tell you that, they're gonna do this, go to sleep.
Boom. All right. And my next one is, if you want to speak on it, feel free. Nobody really cares about what I ask. They always ask somebody. Okay. So if there is one artist that you would say, I'm never working with this guy again, or this girl again, who would that person be?
Brimo.
Who's that?
Brimo.
Oh,
Let's go, Brimo.
Brimo?
Yeah.
Who are you guys? Brimo. It's
What
you.
happened? What happened?
Because like he's all over the news for the wrong reason. Just
419 guy.
No.
Oh,
419,
okay.
just talking shit. Yeah.
Wow. I'm like trying to look him up. It's Brima.
Why?
BRYMA.
Yeah.
Oh no, that ain't it. I don't know. I can't look at it.
You said BRYMA.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Brimo.
Brimo. Uh-huh.
Oh, Nigerian singer songwriter.
What have you done? Olawale. Okay, well,
Okay, that's the guy.
I mean, so just that was a good one. I
We
was
just had to
curious
look you
about
up,
that.
dog. Just see you just.
I had
Whoever my
to
guy
check
met the
it out.
wrong way, man. I just had to see who the guy was. I just had
You
to
done
check
did
him. Now.
something you wasn't
Had to
supposed
check
to do.
Let me just check the guy.
Oh my God! So Matthew, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah.
And you say the next project you have coming up is going to be this OTC. So let the people know where they can find you and what they can be on the lookout for from you.
Okay, I mean, I think my Instagram is Matthew Ohio, MATTHEWOHIO, like the state, and you can check us out on the Industry Nite Nigeria, Industry Nite with the NITE, not NIGHT, and
NITE.
NITE.
Where do y'all typically do Industry Night? Do y'all do it in different venues, or is it always in the same
place? We do
place?
a Hard Rock Cafe in Lagos.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And on Niru.
In Nero, yeah, we do.
If you ain't no Niru, I know you gonna stop by. I ain't gotta tell you. Your ass is there. So,
They already know.
but all my Yankee American brethren,
Yeah,
when you touch Lagos, please
come to Industry Nite.
Yes,
Industry
now.
Nite Nigeria. Just follow us,
Yes,
Industry Nite Nigeria, and you see like updates on all the hottest concerts and everything that we do.
You get.
The hottest artists coming up
Yeah.
too. If you really into it, if you really
and if you're trying to sign up artists, like if you're trying to look for talent, if you're an investor, we have a lot of guys that pop in. If you want to invest in an artist, we could show you a couple of people that you could invest in, and we know that coming up, they're the future. So if you want to like a record label or one of those kind of people that want to invest in an artist or in music back home, then hit us up.
do you have to have what level do you have to be at to participate in Industry Night? Do you already have to have like some music? What if it's like your first time? Like what
so
if you're a
to
new artist?
To headline, you have to have at least like a body of work, so like an EP album out, but to just feature, I mean, even if you have one song, it's fine,
No, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was talking to we had an artist here last week, my boy Ozone. You know what I mean? He definitely needs to be in the end. I told him, he ain't been in Nigeria in years. This is the opportunity for him. I feel like Industry Night is right. Him and another one, Deji. You know what I mean?
I know Deji. I heard about Deji.
Okay, they fit the mold. You know what I mean? Industry Night is how they get popping, and just how we get y'all acclimated back home. You know what I mean? Y'all deserve it.
Yeah. So like a lot of artists that are looking like a lot of maybe like artists like of African descent or Nigerian descent that are trying to like do their thing back home. Industry Night is a perfect place. I mean, just hit us up. Like it's a perfect place because like the 80% of the audience is like industry people,
Right.
Media people, people like you guys, people like other artists, record label guys, and those are the guys you want to hit first.
Yes.
Before you start your mass
Before you
marketing.
step out.
Yeah. So that's why most people come to us. So like 70-80% of your audience is like industry people that could like other radio guys, TV guys, other artists, record label guys, managers, like all. So those are the kind of people you want to meet and showcase yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they are having, man. You know what I mean? Hey, all my Niger artists that in America, y'all tap in. Industry Night Nigeria.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? My boy Matthew came through. We got him. He blessed the stage.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
we got him.
And, he's only here for 24 hours. He's gone tomorrow, so I had to get him today. He's gone tomorrow, But this is on some other shit with your boy Joe Prophet. I got the lovely Monet Banks. We giving you opinions back with facts. Straight like that.
Know
This is
what I'm
another one,
saying?
y'all. You
Make
know what I
sure
mean?
y'all subscribe. YouTube, Spotify,
Hit the
Apple,
bell.
iHeartRadio. Y'all know what
Hit
to
the
do.
bell.
We out. Peace.
Nice.